Hello, my name is Gita Eri Melisa. I'm from English Education Department, Ahmad Dahlan University. Here, I want to tell about history of journalism in Indonesia. The journalism has experienced development and it's up and down in Indonesia, but it has not made stunted to develop as it is today. Historically, the world of Indonesian journalism is divided into three groups. First, colonial journalism, namely journalism built by the Turk in the 18th century, which was marked by the emergence of the Dutch language newspaper called Batavia's Noveles. Second, Chinese journalism, which is journalism made by Chinese people in Indonesia by publishing newspaper as a medium for connecting and unifying the Indonesian Chinese. Third, national journalism, which is journalism made by Indonesian native children as a medium of struggle and tool for the independence movement in the 20th century. Its appearance was marked by a journalism bond called Medan Priai led by Tirto Hadiusuryo, or better known as Radin Dikomono. Number 1. Dutch occupation. The history of journalism in Indonesia began when the Dutch colonized Indonesia. Journalism during the Dutch occupation was marked by the publication of the Memories, their novelist newspaper in 1615 by the VOC Governor-General Jan Pierzoen Coen. This newspaper was originally still handwritten until in 1688, Dutch East Indies government had a printing press sent from the Netherlands. Finally, they made a newspaper with the first printing. The content of this first printing newspaper include provision and agreement made between the Dutch and Sultan of Makassar at the time. After the first newspaper appeared, other newspapers slowly emerged. Number 2. Japanese occupation period. After the occupation in Indonesia was replaced by the Japanese occupation, Indonesian journalism was underwent a major change in which all newspapers were forced to merge into one. Its content also adjusted to Japan's plans and objectives in the Dai 2000 or the Greatest East Asia War. Journalism development during the occupation experienced difficulties, whereas the freedom of the press was very limited and certainly suppressed to follow the interests of the Japanese government at that time. It can be proven when newspaper report the sole represent reality become writing arranged with the sole purpose of Japanese government. Number 3. The post-independence or government period of President Sukarno. From the time of the struggle for independence to post-independence, newspapers were widely used as a means of pumping up fighting spirit for the fighters to stay motivated against the invaders. At the time, newspapers had an important role as a means of strengthening Indonesian citizens. Number 4. The reign of President Suharto. This period is also called the period of liberal democracy, which affects the freedom of the press and the world of journalism in Indonesia. Everyone has capital allowed to publish mass media in the form of newspaper or magazine without requiring the endorsement of any party. The way Indonesian people, especially journalists, are freer in voicing their opinions and talk without worrying about being arrested like before. But precisely because of that, every newspaper and magazine competed to publish as many writings as possible with a slight margin of media quality and quality at the time. So there are not many good quality media due to the lack of printing equipment and so on. Even people prefer the former Dutch Information Service newspaper than the new newspaper at the time. In addition, there is also a new problem, namely the emergence of media containing free pornographic content that is disseminated because there are no restrictions on it. Due to worsening conditions such as the occurrence of pen and slander wars everywhere, The government also made regulations relating to the journalism so that it could be in accordance with the state basis, namely Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution. Number 5. Reformation period. Journalism development during the reform period was marked by freedom of the press, which allowed newspaper and magazine to continue without renewal of permits because the SIUPP was abolished. Indonesian journalism is also growing rapidly and can cover various groups of society because all levels of society can create mass media. This can be seen from the rapid growth of journalism, both print, electronic, digital, and internet. Various television media with their respective channels. Day and night decorate the television screen. The existence of radio and magazine that also developed rapidly along with the times. It does not escape the existence of technology, which allow us to access the internet faster both through a computer and with smartphones that are increasingly rampant. Its existence is able to reach remote areas. Therefore, the news spread faster and wider, so that people in rural areas are also able to know various events that occur in urban areas and vice versa. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all from me. Thanks for your attention. Bye bye.